Right, I'm going to show you a really cool, trendy dish. I've got these beautiful little baby leeks that I've just parboiled for 5 minutes. The reason that I've done that is because if you want to roast, fry or grill a leek, you can't just put them in as they are, because the outside layers will become protective like paper. It will be dry, miserable, probably, and it will enhance everything that's stringy, possibly, about it. If you blanch or steam it for 5 minutes, what you get is something that's bendable, something that's hot, something that's now open to be dressed with lovely things and flavours. So whether you're frying them, grilling them, roasting them, you need to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is rub the olive oil over the leeks, a little pinch of salt, just a little bit of oil on there, and that's to stop the leeks sticking when I put them on the barbecue. So what I'm going to do is just lay it here, across my char grill like this, and what you want to do is just make them even more fantastic through charring it than they already are. So get those going to start with. Now, what we're going to do is I've got my leek here, I've got my fennel here. Keep these tops, they're delicious. And I want to get this fennel, and I just want to shave little bits as thin as I can through the stalk, just like that. And you can do this on a mandolin to get them nice and thin, or do them by hand like that. These go on dry, so they go straight on. Now, I've put them on dry because it's not going to stick, okay? The leeks probably would, so that's why I'm not doing it. Now, let's look at also what we've got in here. We've got these fantastic radicchio, Treviso, very Italian, but you can get radicchio anywhere. What I'm going to do now is get these lovely leaves, and I'm going to put these also on dry. And you might be well thinking I'm bonkers, but what I want to do, I want to wilt this, and it will take on the smell of that smokiness. Now, I'm going to make a warm dressing, and I've got chorizo, the old Spanish spicy sausage with a mixture of herbs and that wonderful paprika with that smoky flavour. I'm going to slice this up here, like this, and then slice it through again, slice it up, and at this point, I get my pan out, olive oil, and I put the chorizo in there. Delish, delish, delish. So I'll put that back under here. Okay, we can start taking things off. Nice big bowl. The individual leaves you can take off straight away. Some of these bigger bits you can leave on. And it, you know, that looks miserable, doesn't it? It looks absolutely, actually, look what's in the bowl. Oh my God, what have you done, Jamie? It looks disgusting. He's gone mad, obviously. So, there's my lovely bitter leaves. Then I take my lovely warm baby leeks. Bit more interesting, but look how it looks like winter time. Fantastic. And then the leeks, the fennel here, I'll leave that on a little bit longer. Now, in the pan here, you can see all the bits. I'll continue frying it on there. Here's the thing. I'm making a warm salad dressing. The fat's come out of the sausage, the oil's there already, all the spices and the stuff that's in the lovely chorizo anyway, I want to add to that. I want to get fresh rosemary going on here, because we got quite frumpy, grilled, warm veggies. Right, so I just chop these up. Bit of rosemary in there. That little bit there will make all the difference. All of a sudden, you know, it's getting a little bit more savoury. Got two cloves, got 2 cloves of raw garlic. Just grate them on a grater, cooked half not, and it'll have that fantastic kind of hum and sort of beautiful flavour. And see that? That's all the good stuff, straight in there. And here, at this point, this is when it all gets fun. Mix that garlic in, and the smell is incredible. Right, balsamic vinegar. Balsamic works really well with bitter leaves, and then a little bit of lemon juice. And that is going to be incredible. So I'm just going to put that just to the side. And then I'm going to show you a trick. I'm serving this with squid, okay? So all of this effort is to sell my mate, Mr. Squid. and his 4 little tentacles. And squid's a fantastic thing, and I've got a wicked way to prepare it. So I'm just going to get my legs, put them to one side, and then here's the trick, right? You get your knife, you put it inside the squid like this, then get another knife and slice through to the other knife. Then you're going to get a whole concertina effect, right? Which would take you ages to do if you were trying it out. Dead simple. So we'll try it again. Knife goes in, slice it up like that. So we do it again. Knife in, all the way to the end, slice. And then literally all I do is mix my bits and pieces here, drizzle it with some olive oil, get a whole handful of those fennel tops that you get with the fennel bulb, even when you buy it. Just slice it through like that. Some salt and pepper, salt, pepper, and then literally just dress it almost like a salad. So it's got that lovely oil. And then all I do, I've got a preheated pan, bit of oil, legs in first, and then we just lay our concertina squid just whack it in the oven, quick and hot. I'm going to take the last of this fennel off. Nice colour. And this is where the fun happens. We get that wonderful, rich chorizo and garlic dressing. And, you know, dress it. Just dress it. Sod it. Use the hands. Just dress it. Look at that. So, serve up in these. Let's go and get our squiddy. Okay, so I got my squid. Look at that. Beautiful. You know, this is the sort of thing that I want to eat actually when I'm in Spain that I never blimmin' get. You know, with the veggies, you know, an absolute joy to eat. And you know, it's the kind of thing I want to get on a nice little board, and then a lovely pile of your grilled and marinated veggies. Just there. Just serve that. Half a lemon. Just get a few fennel tops, rip them over the top, just to put a bit of fresh with the sort of robust and the grilled. And that is a flipping brilliant dish.